Dun, dun. Oh, hi. Welcome to the luxurious Keep Your Eye on the Ball studios, otherwise known as my man cave, and welcome to Keep Your Eye on the Ball, my YouTube channel dedicated to all things Denver Bronco football. This week, we will be talking about Denver Bronco football and the upcoming visit to Buffalo and visiting an old friend and Von Miller, and I'll be giving you my 3 keys to leaving Buffalo with a win and going on a 3-game win streak. I will also be taking questions from you, the audience, and this week's question that I picked was, I don't know that I could answer it in under a minute. Let's just put it that way. So I'm going to be spending some time on that. I'm going to let it breathe a little bit, and I'm going to try to be as comprehensive as possible without boring you to death at the same time. So, without further ado, let's jump in. So, my first key is make the Bills play through adversity. And what does this mean? I don't think that Buffalo is a bad football team. Far from it. However, they are not playing good football right now. And so, how you can use that to your advantage is by getting out to a good start. Now, Denver has been getting out to good starts on offense, but defensively, if they take the field first, it means helping out their own cause and forcing a turnover deep in Buffalo territory, setting up an easy score. Or maybe there's a pick six or a scoop and score, something that gets them on the field first and really puts Buffalo behind the 8 ball. And if the offense takes the field first, instead of these long, methodical drives that we've been seeing, maybe it's just an over-the-top touchdown to Marvin Mims, or a catch and run by Jerry Jeudy, or a long, TD run from either Jaleel McLaughlin or Javonte Williams. If they can get out to like a 7-0, 10-0, 14-0 lead and really blitz Buffalo before they even know what hits them, I think Denver has more than a puncher's chance of getting out of there with a win, and better than odds than what Vegas is giving them right now. So my key number 2 is contain Josh Allen. Now, I don't say stop Josh Allen because I just think Josh Allen is too dynamic throwing the ball and running the ball to really completely shut him down. But because Buffalo is struggling, they've gone the same way as Josh Allen. And Josh Allen, while he has had good numbers in some of the losses that they've had, he hasn't played a great game, and he hasn't played a mistake-free game. Now, Denver has played a similar style quarterback in Patrick Mahomes, and they do this 2 times a year. And if you see the game in Arrowhead and you see the game in Mile High, I think that there's a blueprint for Denver to use in the same way against Josh Allen. And that is, don't let him break contain. If he gets on the perimeter, keep your assignments. That way he can't make these crazy throws to a guy who really shouldn't be open, but he is. He can't ad-lib throws. Even if you're going to let him scramble, give him that 10-yard chunk and then just start over again. If you're limiting his damage to within the 20s and then shrinking the field down once they hit the red zone and making him kick field goals instead of score touchdowns, Denver has a great chance of winning this. And with the way that we've seen him play against Mahomes twice now, especially with the game in Denver where they had Baron Browning and actually had a consistent pass rush, I think it's doable. And I think Denver can actually escape this game with a win. My third key for the game is pound that rock. Run that ball. Whatever euphemism you can use for running the ball, Denver needs to do. So if they get out to a big lead and they're able to contain Josh Allen, Denver can do what they do well. That's run the football. Javonte Williams looks better and better each and every game. I think he's actually looked a little bit better than his rookie season. And you're starting to see him really be a force, especially late in games. Jaleel McLaughlin, no slouch in his own right, but different kind of back. And if you can get him out of the perimeter and maybe get those chunk plays every once in a while, also use him in the passing game, Denver can take advantage and put this game out of reach late. It also takes the crowd out of the game, and if you can make a hostile environment not that hostile, and you can enforce your will on an opposing defense and their defensive line, especially late in the game, I think they got a good shot at winning this. So as I mentioned before, I will be taking a question from the audience and doing my best to answer it. This week's question was brought to you by Baltazar Villanueva. Actually, Baltazar runs his own fitness page on Facebook called Relentless Spirit and Fitness and Nutrition. If you're interested in getting healthier, losing some weight, getting stronger, looking good for next summer, I suggest you hit him up. So his question was, what is Russ's long-term future in Denver? And it's a question where you have to consider three things: the money still owed to Russ, his play as of right now, and what does Denver maybe look like in 2 or 3 years. The money part of it is very prohibitive because of how much guaranteed money is still owed to Russ, and how much that if he were cut, how much Denver would have tied up into him still. Now, while Denver does have ownership that does have Walmart money lying around, it's still very prohibitive for them to keep him long term. Even though his play has been good lately, I don't know that you can necessarily justify the type of money that's going to be tied up into him and keeping him past this season. And also, when you consider that, yes, Denver did have a big win 2 weeks ago against Kansas City. They're still 3-5, and there still has been signs that this team does need a major overhaul. While if they do continue on their current trajectory, maybe they don't need that high draft pick, but you have to think that they're going to start to consider looking ahead to the future and building around a rookie quarterback. If not by next season, definitely by the year after. So when you consider those three things, I don't know that Russ has a long-term future in Denver past this season. There may be attempts to maybe massage his cap hit a bit, and I wish I had more information. I am not a cap guy by any stretch, and I had to do a lot of research just to kind of get you this, cursory information. But I would say past this season, it's not looking good. And if he does get another season, I don't think it'd be a stretch if they brought in a young rookie quarterback to groom behind him. So there you have it. So that wraps up this week's episode. And as always, if you like it, give me a thumbs up. And if you hated it, give me a thumbs up anyway. I mean, it's just nice. And if you really like it, then comment and subscribe, and you'll get notified every time that I drop one of these, and you can see my smiling face in your phone or mobile device or iPad or whatever you use to watch YouTube. And until next time, be safe and keep your eye on the ball. Later.